Hello pagans, heathens and everyone else. I am back again, and I have to have this cloth here because I have a fine dusting of green throughout my whole room. It smells divine, but it is quite choking because I have been making this. This is just the start of it, and this is something to me that's going to be very, very special. Obviously it's going to be a wand of sorts, even though it is a little bit crooked. Not as crooked as this one, which is in its raw state at the moment. And this is part of this. The reason why this is so special, apart from the fact it comes from my garden, is that it's holly. And I have a real affinity with holly. I love holly. This is holly. This is ivy. And once again, this came from my garden. This is a part of the holly bush as well. And I love the way it's so shiny. And then I went and took all the shine off. And I have, it's been dried, though it's not quite dry yet, but it's the most gorgeous green colour. Okay, it looks brown, but when you start sanding it down, it's the most beautiful green colour. And I didn't want to get rid of all that green, so I left quite a lot on there, as you can see. So it's really, really pretty. This is the point, the tip, and this will be the handle. But yes, so I was sanding it down, and this is a tiny, tiny room. It's my small craft room, and it's just everything is covered in dust, even down to my book. It has got a fine, fine layer of dust upon it. As you can see, there are still no pages inside. So I just wanted to sort of update on what I've been doing, and this is what I've been doing. This one, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I just think it's such a gorgeous shape. I know it's a little bit sort of Harry Potterish, maybe, which is not me at all. The other thing I'd like to get is some hazel, and I think I'd like to have a hazel wand as well. I do have other wands. I have many, many glass wands with gems and crystals, and I have a copper wand, but these are going to be special to me. And like I said, all I did is I harvested them, obviously, and did all that in my own way. I'm a very natural, eclectic witch, as I've said, I think. And I asked permission. It felt right. I sort of went through. I have actually got another branch which is easily twice the size of this. It's twice the length and twice the width. It's huge. And it isn't actually even a holly bush. It's a holly tree in my garden. And it's so strong. It's grown so well over the past 10 years or so. It's gone from a tiny sapling to this huge tree, and it's so abundant with fruit right now. So, and it kind of felt right. It felt right to have this. So, like I said, it was all done properly. And this first one was a bit of an experiment. This was one that actually needed to come off. What I'm thinking of doing is using some greeny turquoise wax on it, like gilding wax, before I seal it properly. And I haven't decided what crystals I want to put this with right now, because obviously it will go, I'll have to make a nice little wand bag for it, and it will go in the wand bag with some crystals. I just don't know which ones yet. Usually I would say rose quartz, because that's kind of, rose quartz and amethyst are like my things, the crystals that I love, but I don't know with this one. So there's that. The ivy, I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. And this is just like a little, it's a bendy one. But I thought I'd keep it for now because of the colour is just astoundingly gorgeous. So really, this is just a ramble because I felt like it. What else have I been doing? Not a lot. I have actually got, because for many years now, it's been about maybe 4 or 5 years, I actually put away a lot of my crafting things and a lot of my witchcraft things, and I kind of affiliate the two together. They have an affiliation with each other, because like obviously I made my own book and everything, and like the crafting and the witchcraft, yeah, it goes together. That's right, I have to drink my coffee. I'm kind of desperate. My husband spilled coffee all over me just as I was about to record, so that was a bit of a disaster. So I need coffee. Okay, back to why did I put my stuff away? If I'm honest, I was disheartened with the pagan community. Too many wannabes and too many people who, oh, how can I put this? Didn't want to take it seriously and kind of made a mockery of it. There's an awful lot of people who seem to make a mockery of being a pagan, in the same way they wouldn't make a mockery of any other religion or any other way of life. They wouldn't do the same for Christianity or Judaism or Catholicism. It just wouldn't happen. And they seem to be what I call fluffy Wiccans. Like I said, I've got nothing against Wiccans. A true Wiccan, you know, thank goddess for Wiccans. They really brought paganism back to the fore, you know, and in the past few decades, thanks to Wiccans and the Wicca movement, paganism is up there again, even if there are some rather dubious people who like to take it on and who like to say, I'm a Wiccan or whatever, and you must... I have got something in my mind, and it's really annoying me. There was actually quite an infamous murderer who, when he was sentenced and went to prison, decided that he was going to be a Wiccan so he could get certain days off and have certain privileges in prison. And it made me so angry, because I thought, how dare he? This was a man who murdered children and made their families suffer so terribly, and yet, you know, and then he decided that he wanted to be a Wiccan, and that was just so wrong. Insane. Everyone has the right to choose the religion they want to, but it just did not make sense to me, because this man had no feelings, or didn't seem to have any feelings of remorse for what he did. And to me, that is so against the Wiccan, you know, tenet, that the whole Wiccan belief. And that's why it annoyed me. That's in my head as well. And like I said, I am... It angers me when people take on, whether it's Wicca, paganism, being a druid, a Celtic druid, Christian witch, whatever. They take on these titles and these names, and they don't take it all seriously. It's like almost like they're role playing, like it's an online game or something. And because of this, I did put away a lot of my bits and bobs and pieces. My altar is now a coffee table. And my secondary altar, which will actually now become my primary altar, is still up in the loft. But I did get down a lot of my things and realise that somehow over the years, things have gone missing. I'm hoping they're going to be up in the loft. And a couple of things that were missing were my tarot cards. They've gone. A couple of ones that I had, they've gone. My book stand, my wooden book stand. I had a beautiful wooden book stand. That's gone. A lot of my crystals disappeared. I have no idea what I've done with them. So I'm actually left with very, very little. So I thought I'm going to sit here and I'm going to really make an effort to get my life back on track, get my way of life back on track. And I'm starting off with obviously making my book and making myself a new wand. And it feels so lovely. Every little lump and bump, and I love the pattern at the end. I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It smells divine. Holly smells beautiful. It's almost got like a pine and toffee sort of scent to it. It's like a subtle pine and vanilla and toffee. I think that's it. At least the holly that grows in my garden does. So I'm going to go through a lot of my bits and pieces. Like I said, some things have been gifted to me recently. I had a few herbs gifted to me. I had this beautiful shell gifted to me. How gorgeous is that? And this smells divine. I can't find my cauldron, my dragon's blood ink, my witch's ink. There's so much that I can't find anywhere, and it's quite upsetting, really. This is a few of my crystals and wands and such like. Prisms. Oh, this is a stone. I have no idea where this came from. I told you I was going to ramble on, didn't I? And I just absolutely loved it. I loved that it was cracked and you could see like this lovely coppery colour inside. So I keep it. But yes, unfortunately, a lot of things I have mislaid, and these are the only crystals I can find, which is my rose quartz and amethyst, obviously. A bit of quartz here. I did think that was moonstone, but no. Oh, it might be. Might be. Yeah, so I'm kind of, oh god, this smells lovely. I'm sort of in this in-between state at the moment where I can't find anything, and I don't know where everything is, and you know, I can't really set up. There's no point me getting my altar out because I can't set it up because I haven't got most of the stuff that I want to go on it. I haven't got a thurible anymore, an incense burner, and oh, I shouldn't have smelt that. I think that's got lavender in it. Rather sadly, for a witch and herbalist. Not a qualified herbalist. I've never been to school or anything. Self-taught, family taught. I'm allergic to lavender. It gives me terrible, terrible headache. And oh, bergamot, that'll get rid of it. Anyway, it just seems such a shame that I don't have a lot of stuff anymore. So I am replenishing, and I'm not starting again, and I'm not even redirecting. I'm just regrouping. I think I'm regrouping, and yeah, getting myself a little bit sorted, a little bit. Oh, there's my pendulum. I think that was gifted to me as well. Someone said to me, yes, it was. Someone said to me, you must have this, and gave it to me. I did manage to find, thankfully, not any of this, this is just in there, but I did find my runes. And obviously these are handmade runes, and these are also wooden. These are all handmade, and I love these. They are wonderful for divination. And I sort of revamped my box slightly because my ribbons on my box were a bit mouldy, and it's still, as you can see, very, very dusty. But yeah. Like I said, some things I found, and some things I have no idea where they are. I found my Madame Lenormand cards. Thank goodness I did, because they are my favourite cards. And I don't think I've ever even opened that one. Madame Laguna. Don't know where that came from. So I'm going to sort of go through, see what I need to finish setting up my altar. And then I am going to go through everything. And as you can tell, I love wooden boxes. Absolutely love little wooden boxes. So So I am going to go through and I'm going to absolutely find out what's happened to everything. Oh, those are my witch stones. I know what they are. That's my crystal ball. I know that that's there. That's my bowline. I was so happy I found it. Though it wasn't the one that I ordered. I actually ordered one with a white mother of pearl handle, and I got this one instead. But that's okay. And you see lots and lots of little wands. They're all handmade. Collected them over the years. They've all got that's raw amethyst and tiger's eye and amethyst and rose quartz and moonstone. So lots of pretty wands to use, but nothing that I really, really want. I want a wooden wand. So I do have these tarot cards, but they're not really appropriate, are they? I don't know where most of this come from. Oh, dear. And I found my bowl, my beautiful, beautiful wooden bowl, which needs a really, really good clean. So I have no idea where most of my candles are. Oh, there's my bell. That's empty. I don't know why. So yes, I'm going to clean up my bowl. I've rambled on enough now. So I'm going to finish my beautiful, beautiful wand, my holly wand, and come back and let you know how things are going. So goodbye for now, all you witchy, witchy people. Have fun.